Hello and welcome to my first battle report. Uh, I've just taken a few pictures here that I'm just going to scroll through and going to talk about in each picture. Unfortunately, I didn't start taking pictures till maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 turns in. And this right here in the picture is Shane, my opponent, the guy I was playing against. Realistically, both of these were my armies, and they were really just the armies from the Battle of Skull Pass with various items they had equipped. If you look at the rosters that I posted a few posts down, those were the army lists we were using. Shane being the Dwarves and me being the Goblins. The first game we played a while back, he actually completely destroyed me with the Dwarves. Yeah, not necessarily intentionally. I think that was his first game ever. But yeah, he just sat there, and I just kind of my goblins uh, bounced off his dwarven shields like rain. They just all died. I got slaughtered. Um, so here in this first picture, you kind of see there in the background the dwarves moving up, and I have a line of archers there and goblins in the background. I'll show you in a later picture from a higher perspective what the battlefield looked like, but I pretty much sent all of my troops around to the left side because I saw that his dwarven warriors, really his only thick regiment of warriors, were kind of deployed farther on the right side on his. If you could see the ruler, kind of around there is where he deployed them. So really, my strategy for this game was how can I just avoid his warriors? Uh, since my guys move 4 and charge and march 8, I thought I could just move in the opposite direction and kind of go on his flank and just start taking guys out on the flank where he didn't have warriors. So I'm gonna go to the. That was my plan. So I'm gonna go to the next picture here. So here is another picture. I think I took a few pictures of the same exact turn. You kind of see that big Triceratops skeleton or skull. I sent all of my troops behind that. So in this picture, you can only really see the archers. There's actually a goblin shaman in that archer unit, and this whole game he was just sniping the dwarves and moving backwards. Um, yeah, just moving backwards. Hopefully they could move backwards because I was just moving them 4 inches backward each turn as the dwarves were advancing. So let's go to the next picture here. Um, so here's kind of a look on the top of the battlefield. Uh, Actually, something that happened that I didn't take pictures of was the diggers came in on kind of the flank of my guys as they were going around. So they came in right on my flank, but I'm pretty sure they can't move when they come in. So I charged them with my spiders, and they failed their morale test and they fled. I think we did the victory points wrong there because we didn't take into account him outnumbering me. So I don't think they should have fled, but nevertheless, they fled and they fled off the board. So there is. Oh, and another thing that I didn't show in any of the pictures, but what happened was one of my archer units, I kind of directly to the left of the Triceratops skeleton. He that unit rolled animosity. They rolled a 6 on animosity, so it forced, or they moved forward, but they moved forward through a unit of goblins. So that, I think, caused them to make a panic check if you move through another unit. Um, that unit panicked and it fled once, and then it fled again off the board. If you roll animosity, if you roll a 6 on animosity and you move through one of your units, does it cause that unit to panic, and do they need to take a leadership test? I don't know. We decided that it would, and it destroyed completely a whole unit of goblin spearmen with, yeah, just like a complete unit of goblin spearmen. So as you can see here, I kind of started setting up for a charge with my spider riders there, and I started taking my other group of spider riders and the spearmen onto the other side of the battlefield to protect my archers and wizard from that group of dwarven warriors. Another thing that happened, which was kind of cool in this game, and I hope I played this rule right, is I used this magic on the little wog guys, the little goblin guys. It's called like Foot of Gork or something like that, where you get to pick a unit and you get to stomp down on that unit. It's like D6 strength 6 hits. And how we were playing it is we'd pick an individual model and he would stomp down on that model. And that's how I pretty much killed his Thane and his Dragon Berserker before he even reached me, his two most powerful models. Yeah, that definitely crippled him in this game. So I'm going to go to the next picture. This is kind of the same turn, a little bit better picture of what I was doing, kind of bringing my group of archers with my shaman in on his thunderers and getting ready for a charge with my spider riders. So here I charged with my spider riders, and I'm pretty sure I wiped out this group. Yeah, I think I wiped out the group. I charged with my shaman and my spider riders, and I used magic while I was in close combat with my shaman. Are you allowed to use magic while you're in close combat? And if you are, does it replace your normal attack? Maybe some rule guru can explain that to me. So I think this is the second to last picture. This is the last picture right here of the game, and I think we just called it a game at my turn 5, just because my spider riders and my goblins were gonna flank charge his dwarven warrior unit, and yeah, I was gonna get another magic phase off on them, and it was pretty much over at this point of the game. But it was definitely a really fun game, especially the magic phase portion of it, where I was trying to magic move my guys into close combat, and he was trying to dispel the spells and trying to balance between each mage, figuring out how many dice I want to use to cast each spell. It was definitely a really, really cool game. And post-commentary, we were just talking, and it was either him that was telling me or that I was telling him that you really shouldn't move your dwarven warriors away from the bulk of your force, because they're never really going to catch up with anything. You really the dwarves need to sit back and shoot me and wait till I come to you, and then just try to get your charge off on me. So yeah, definitely a really cool game. I look forward to playing with Shane again.